Hey friends, back home. Really happy to be back at the instrument. I Today I'm going to talk a little bit about. This is actually a practice that I began just a couple weeks ago. It kind of came to me during a morning meditation, and I'm always um, developing my own practices. I'm somebody who I just when I was out in Seattle over the past couple days. Um, I recognized again, because I was speaking about it to a group of students, I recognized the fact that practices are really, they're the bedrock of life for me in a lot of ways. They allow me to at least have the feeling that I'm gaining consciousness, that I'm evolving, that elements of my life that may feel like they're a challenge or they're somehow in need of me addressing them. They give Practices are the only way I've ever found that I can mark consistent progress. And actually, if you didn't catch my post from yesterday, you can check it out. I talked a little bit about how somebody asked me a question about being a multi-hyphenate. How do you pivot? How do you keep all the balls in the air? How do you keep developing your career on all these different fronts at the same time? And the answer that came to me somewhat belatedly, I didn't have it. It didn't pop into my mind when I answered her question. But one of the answers that came to me in reflecting on the question was developing our craft, building our craft, doing the slow work. Yesterday's video is titled "Do the Slow Work," and by the slow work, I mean, in my case, one of my slow works is sitting at the piano, learning a difficult piece, and just working out technically what needs to happen, musically, what needs to happen, psychologically, physically, emotionally. What do I need to do? Practicing classical piano or jazz piano, for that matter, is slow progress. It takes a while. I happen to think that there are ways we can accelerate that process. So if you're interested in that, check out some of my music-oriented videos. But at the end of the day, musical practice is a matter of showing up consistently over relatively long periods of time, and development happens when we do the slow work consistently. So this practice that I'm going to talk about today is basically, it's kind of a meditation that came to me spontaneously a couple weeks ago. I was sitting in meditation, just reflecting on my day, my circumstances, where I am in my life. And I recognized that there is an element of heart-centered consciousness. In other words, just being in my own heart. I don't know why I picked G major as the heart chord, but it appears to be. I start my day now by just connecting with my heart. I call it start with the heart. And the function of it is I allow myself to feel my heart. before I make any big decisions about what I'm going to do with my day, where I'm going to invest my energy, what's important to me today, I let my heart just kind of be open, be present. And then I ask myself, what is my heart telling me is the most important thing I could do today? Not my calendar, not my mind, not my compulsive habits, right? All those things they're not going to go away. We're not going to ignore our schedule. We're not going to start canceling work meetings just for the hell of it. But there's a way in which if I connect with my heart energy first, before I really go into any work, it's important to do this before you start working, because once we start working, we go into that mode. I'm sure we can all recognize there's a different mode we go into. We start chipping away at the tasks, and our mind orients around that, our intention orients around that. So we want to get to this heart place. We want to get to that heart place before we let the other momentums of the day take over. Because what I've found is how I allocate my energy throughout my day shifts completely. If I connect with my heart first thing in the morning, even if I then have a full day of just slamming meetings, no time to come up for air, just a full day, there's an energy surrounding my day, surrounding the tasks, and infusing the tasks that is completely different than if I don't do that, than if I just dive right in and start getting to work. And furthermore, there may be times and there may be days when we actually have some control over what we do with our time, and so we can just make different decisions. We can decide, I thought I was going to dive right into this work today, but actually I'm going to put that in the afternoon. I'm going to spend a couple hours doing this in the morning. And because our kind of creative intention is evoked, is awakened, we can actually do that. We can actually structure our day differently. And I'm kind of selling myself on this idea almost, because it's so easy to wake up in the morning and start our day and think that what we've got to do is just get some of the tasks off our plate so that we can then focus on the thing that we really know our focus wants to go to, or that really is our passion, or that really is our purpose. And the fact is, as any coach, anybody in this field of sort of personal development will tell you, that's the wrong way around. You will never get to those things. If it's like, I just got to finish this big task first and then I'm going to get to my heart's passion. Nope, you won't. Most likely you won't. And again, I'm not sort of laying down hard and fast rules here. There may be times when that is kind of the only choice, but But at the very least, nobody doesn't have time to connect with their heart for 2 minutes in the morning, right? We all have time to settle in and just remind ourselves where we even are. Even if we don't have full control over our day, we don't have the ability to rearrange our schedule in accordance with what's coming through, we, at the very least, begin to infuse. This work is all about consciousness. Ultimately, the actions we take, what we do in the world, will be affected by our growing in consciousness. It's not about making a decision one day and doing it, doing it once and for all right now. It's about building an awareness of how we are living, where are we coming from. Even if I have to do a task that doesn't feel like it's my heart's desire, do I have space in myself to meet that task with an open heart? That's where I'm at today, people. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.